I could probably spend years fixing.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with the toss balls, I think I heard you the first time.
Yeah, I've done work
Weren't
for
any
Sublight.
witnesses.
Need to pay the bill somehow.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Customs and inspection. Right this way.
Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. I'd tell you no one's fallen for that line in about 30 years. Then, I'd take the safety off my gun and kindly ask you to move along. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts. Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. Mutt, is there anything? You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, They know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Two biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are most of those Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. Happy to help. Are you pulling my leg? You got a funny sense of humor, friend. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folk. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known they're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hay. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at... All right. The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the prom. Make sure you... He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get this... Not that he would, being a board man. Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. You need anything else? Be seeing you.
Huh? I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Grant?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets, now with 12% more crunch.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. Sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right. Fine, as long as the Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our... Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother, and there's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox, while Junlei... Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never... She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchant. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost... Damnable thing about living on a space station. What do you think you're... Ah, just be careful next time. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room?
If you got a complaint, you the new hire?
To the last ratted on rotten time. You hull-headed quacks do know that
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular advertisement for the fall.
This place has a smell, right? It's not just me. Like mold and old socks.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. I've got a lovely little throw pillow. It's almost time for today. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by. Phineas, that old kook. He was real light in the wallet, too. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flex. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? She sent me a recording of a curious thing is, it came from an outpost called... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. The more we got the corpse fighting... Don't forget to... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her fretting in engineering. Yeah. Should... Anytime, sweet...
Seeking relief from the heat? What ain't I? A new fate. Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. The radiate, and we're all sweating buckets. That's not for me to say. There's nobody who knows more about... She doesn't come around.
Anyone there? I can hear footsteps. Don't leave me here.
Thank you, stranger. You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells. Thanks again. You're gonna shake me down after I was... Fine. Here's every bit I've got. You're a sick. Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
Hey, how'd you get back there? You know that sound when you snap? I got a full line of... Why, it gets you... Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? No and yes. When you install... A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's...
Sorry about... Oh, and it's not... a lot of slow... Heard of it? My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna canner. I'm sure they're doing... So, what can I get you? Some soap? I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I can see all of the top... Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time. But we're always... Sprat wash. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find... Trouble sleeping? The blood... Add an additional 10% to your purchase today and the proceeds... At Space... Even if my contract didn't forbid it. Now... You would never ask. I mean... damn it. No slogan for that one. If there are self-made... Now, if we're done with the... It's fine. Speaking... have a look.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
C&P chicken at the... C&P Gorse Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Gorse Pockets. If you're hungry, they're terra-fried to lock in the juices. Fresh from the ground.
You look like someone who's taking their shit. We all... Not me, but it's in my blood. After the... I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out.
Party greeting. Potential this unit is. This unit would clarify user error in the maintenance of this. This unit is not designated. Beginning dispensing sequence. Have you
Go back
seen
to
this map?
Byzantium, you
Report
gold-plated
offers
bastards.
information leading to the capture of Luna terrorists.
What? Oh.
What the hell's going on? We're in...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable. Has something happened to... Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, he was my dear... You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him. Ah, that's just like him. Tell me. No! How dreadful. That was... Fine. You're free to go. I've removed... Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen it. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. You haven't read the posters? That's... Oh, I'm so... It's information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells. It's fine. Now, if... Be my... Oh, good law! Who'd want to... Law... Chief Deplorable. How do you do? What? All right. Whom else would I work for? The board. Amazing! An apprehension of this caliber would be tremendous. Just a teensy one. The teensy... The thing is... I might have pawned my official board seal to... It's only temporary, of course. So you'll need... You probably don't even know what... Law, what am I going... Oh, I can't... The board... Gladys intends to sell it to the highest... And if I refuse, she'll have... a spicy little... Thank you. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now...
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of units in Release Power. Report to your local board embassy.
This is Halcyon News.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Good for you. Hope you scared just so we understand each other. I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going, most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dump. Only the board has access to new parts. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot. The back bays are on a lower deck, long... Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Spacer's Choice is enjoying an unexpected windfall. Sources credit an increase in Saltuna production for this quarter's earning projections. Great job, as always, to our hard...
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without notice.
Toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope?
That was days ago.
The fucking door. It locked behind me. And it was I saw it and found me that I... What do you think you do? Oh, my mistake.
Repairs going.
Just plugged the last CO2. All ready for downtime.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping. You the one Miss Lily has been Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those... These days, I stick to HQ.
Huh? I guess it was nothing.
So you're the new captain in town. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Author... Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told... I have a salvage job for someone like... If you have a nav key to Stellar... I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. If there's anything else... These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Our field is persuasive. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Thank you. Ask. Be...
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of Lorna terrorists. Phineas Wells. any sightings to your local board embassy. Rizzo's slap your whole family tonight.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking... Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fun... Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm... You're serious. You're giving me a shot. I put together a little... Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. Yeah. It's a second. Firstly, I am highly personable. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of... That motto... Wow. Thanks, boss.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Something busted?
Welcome back, Cap. How can... Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help.
Captain, we are now capable of... Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not... Traveling this... Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. In our travels together, Alex Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex Hawthorne. I have required you to assume Hawthorne's identity I've since registered you as the captain of the Unreliable. I am relieved. No. If you mean, was Cap... How... I'll be here.
Have either of these... Rizzo's knock you out on a CCS.
Ah, the old rest and go. With all the luck. Luxury and comfort of a ship. Container.
Have you... You don't... Depend. See the lights. Taking a show or two. All right. Anything. Anytime.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
CNP, Borscht, and Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borscht and Baked Beans is the only one.
You can't keep me out of there.
I'm sorry. See him for... Let me get one thing straight. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. You say that like... I just don't like to leave a... Be my guest, if...
What seems... If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no She's not my patient. I'm... Not without We don't have the... Regrettably, we are dependent on the board. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but...
Good on you, Doc. You don't want Cleos.
It's the board or the outlaws, I'm afraid. I'm beginning to wonder if perhaps the devilish board we know might be better than the pirates we don't. Take care.
You want something, you'll need to ask the doctors. I just work here.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last rat, you hull-headed quacks do know... What? Why? Everything's fine, Rolf. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over... Criminy. Alright, okay. We can... Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you ain't with... See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment. What? No. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. And alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udam as my... Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan... Udam Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me... Thanks for... Or I guess I should say...
Any word on... Good luck. The board's got an office on the prop...
That's how it is, huh? You just sell somebody out to...
Hello again. Have you... Oh, how well... Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she... That's not...
Boss, you can't be serious.
That's where you're... Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every... What guarantee do I have that she'll... You might be surprised. But we'll proceed. I will recall my collection agent. Tell me... Now, is there...
Is it Mr. Wells, the fella who woke him? How bad could he be? Good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got word from Udam, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but you sure saved my skin, stranger.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you... Tell you what, I'm a little short on bit. If you're looking for a... It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. You won't be sorry. Traveling in style, are we?
We got us a real sawbones.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report and
McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Look at this, right? Time to feed? First, I'm gonna...
Well, hey there, your lordship.
Is this...
Seeing you here feels like old times.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in it.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice. You don't just ask a king for a favor.
Boss, are you out of your mind? What was that?
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Hey, I know this guy.
Well, hit.
Is this...
Seeing you he...
Sure, everybody knows Captain McCred, terror of the back.
Felix is a good kid. Bad habits. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were That's bureauc. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. They rejected it again, didn't they? I thought I could take my fungus garden and go...
Rizzos wouldn't know innovation if it bit him on their backsides. You're a natural and...
Kind of you to say, and...
That's right, sir.
Tennyson... You know... Not another step in that direction, friend.
I've been tripping for days.
Groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
I've been waiting for this!
Not even a threat.
I'm a good draw!
It's so... cozy.
that automech patch? McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a...
Heads up, boss!
Bullshit.
Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all open faced.
I love a good brawl!
Nice one!
Yeah! Now that was fun!
Bet we can do some good with these.
Heads down.
Ah, that's what you get!
Investigating.
Well, learn it! Everybody's hurt!
Got a new mark!
Smells kind of like old Mrs. Houseboat pipes.
Everyone get branded when we
Looks like we're doing this.
Everyone all right? What do you think you're doing? Carry on.
Here they come!
What do you think? Just don't make any. That's too bad. I mean, I'll get back to my.
Let's take a look inside.
It's so cozy.
time I wanted to be an engineer.
You've returned.
What?
Parvati, is it?
I was just thinking. I haven't got...
Junlei.
Okay. Since you...
I'd be happy to make the time.
Right. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Couldn't have done it without your more...
Now, if there's nothing... Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. More than a few. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. If every repair was a one-woman job, You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super
I'm genuinely...
area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the Mantivillers, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I've got this thing about dying insects.
Can we do that again?
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak fast if you can. I can always fix them later.
Here we go!
Great.
Like we're doing this! No! Get up! Come on!
Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next.
Everyone alright? We're one with the shadows, boss.
Here we go!
It's working, boss! Show 'em how it's done! Boss!
Fine.
That's the last of them. That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pump. And if you don't know what that is, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pump. Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker open.
This is Halcyon News.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it that if you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way. Oh, gosh. I don't know. Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your... You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, I was promoted only recently.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all.
That means a lot. Appreciate it. Maybe... I hope that was a joke. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. You've got... You're right, I don't. I like to think of myself as an... The board want... I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a... Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I placate... Too much of Ground...
C&D Borsworth. It's not the worst unless it's Borsworth.
We'll talk later. Got a bit of a sore throat from all that.
Can't say I've seen... If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment. Not without my... Sure. How do you think we keep this pile of... Or it would. Did he now? The malfunction... He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fools... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. You look out, though.
Something going on over there? What do you think you're doing? You're free to go.
Heads up!
Huh? What was that? What do you think you're... All right, fine. Get out.
It's almost time. I found a...
Huh? What was that?
Huh.
What do you think? Don't let me catch you around.
Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka. Absolutely.
How do you do? Oh my... Now then, I just have to apply the seal here, sign like so, and... Those authorization forms will let you speak with Sophia when you arrive.
Where you been living, Captain? Under a rock?
Yes, quite. Miss she can fill you in. Best of luck.
Byzantium, the city of Snobia Leader. Fists and punchable faces.
Wow. Byzantium. I guess that'll be pretty crowded.
Rizzo's North South Law. A 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Wow, did you do that? Great work.
Hi there. What can Groundbreak... This is... If you're here to report a crime... Sure, and stuff from outside the... We can't just let... You did help fix the radiators. I know Commandant Sunita's grateful. All right.
Unless you're here to file an incident report. Last tip we got pointed toward the... Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck... With that bastard McRed dead...
I could start something if you want.
Look at my face, Felix. Does Felix... Constantly. Little Hellions probably spent...
Whoa, hey, now that is...
Assuming the nature of the incident is both... Now that...
Come on, boss, I told you.
You finally did it, huh?
My box hauling days are officially behind.
I'd sooner shake the kids.
Did I hear you right?
Don't push your luck, Millstone.
She does.
Now then. The outlaw...
Do I look? Now let's not start a fight. We're the security force here on Gra... The original force was made up of a Marine detachment.
In other words, they call themselves Mardet.
You're lucky I got better things to do than arrest. Folks started...
What can ground...
You have... All right, I guess.
Back for a rest? Space adventuring is tiring work. Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
This Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town cut up and If you say so. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there. Hey, Captain. What? No. So, Junlei and I have been talking. She sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it. Because... Oh, law. That's what... It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic... I don't want to get too hopeful, but... I'm wondering if maybe she's... I don't know where it's leading. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me... Thanks, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage. Let's see here. They were... I don't know. Junlei talked... Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe... Thanks, Cap.
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are...
Hey. Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo's worth a lot of money.
Well, you probably... You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Rizzo's multiple Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge. A soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavor.
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a long while. Poor old sweetie. Here we go! Nice going. Not like someone left their name.
Hold there right there! What do you think you're... I don't want any trouble out of you.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay. Oh, and don't worry. Sure, Captain. Can we Oh, and... Oh, no, that's on account of mine not being... I've just been lying awake. Well, drunk's what I'm aiming. Bottom.
Didn't think you had it in you.
Oh! No, it's good. I'm fine. Oh, Captain. Specifically. I mean, I don't know what to do about... Well, she talked about another girl, right? Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole... It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about... This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Then it all went down the tubes. I just got a lot of feelings. I need another drink. Okay, maybe you're right. Hydrate?
Aw, this was...
Oh, Captain. Everything? Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? There's nothing easy about... You know I'm not... That's... Well...
What if I can't make... Yeah, I know you're right. Back in Edgewater, there wasn't no one who wanted to know. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Yeah. Well, Captain, this has been... Oh gosh, Okay. I'm gonna do it. Thanks for hearing me out.
This was fun.
Huh. All right. Come on.
Something. I'm a surgeon by training. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and... It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it... Sure. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Gotta advertise your... I've done all types of work with all... Glad to hear. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise... That Oh, come on. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters, I'm all for making a few... No...
Well, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain.
Hey, Captain. Though, that whis... I wouldn't mind having a drink again. I messaged Junlei when we got back and she replied super quick. I reread my message in the morning and it was unclear. I was... With the headache I got after that, I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should. I want to be honest with her. Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those 2-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I ought to go write her back. I mean...
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of... Goodbye. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Hey.
Somebody's... Let's see. Sweet light. Scratch together all the bits. You're wringing the blood out of...
It's a I suppose. The greater good can be take comfort from our own graveyard, just outside the gate.
He spends all day digging.
Yes. I'd need to give it careful consideration before... Once the spark of life is fled, the more we Wonderful. What the fuck is this? Is this... It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! Well, I've spent my life searching for the keys to I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to... Please, nothing could be more... But that's neither here nor there. You have a ship. Certainly. Of course. But in...
Edgewater's gonna miss you.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I shall see you on the ship, Captain.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can we talk?
Hey, Captain. Next. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Which brings us to where we are. See, I'm originally from This is why I have to see them. And... Great! If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood... You're... Any...
something with more teeth than is strictly necessary.
Okay, keep it quiet.
Hey, here we go! Get on! Can't get past that armor!
Warning. Passing obstruction.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Please ensure mechanisms are free of critical. Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction will be deducted from all staff pay. Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
Great stealing if no one sees.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction approved. Punishable by a fine of warning. Passing obstruction.
They left their own outside. What? Was it that bad?
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one... Distress call. Got me. Scientists. Name a ant. Alarms went off, wraps broke loose, and I hightailed. Wish they tasted like sit. Some say chicken. And it... Oh.
I don't have time for this.
We are experiencing a security event, sir and/or madam. Please be... You are? I have strict order. Please remember that I am not allowed to disclose the details of... Roseway Lab is a highly...
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized we've been cooped up in here. Dr. Crane might say otherwise. Me? I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. I've been extracting organic compounds from...
Extracting how?
In certain social situations.
Oh, he's making Enraptured, Captain.
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk. With Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big... It should have been running this whole time.
Hoping to score some free samples?
You're underestimating the importance of the 8th back.
Blankenship. She's okay. I got 500 bits on the Darlings taking the finals this year.
Ugh. If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point to sleep on the roof.
ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill, over the garage.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Aren't you with the brutes that attacked our lab? Aren't you here to pillage? Oh, I forgot. Oh, you're still here. I forgot. What does it look like? No, I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't. Say, you wouldn't have. Blast.
Nice.
I told you, you're staying put.
The vent shaft on how the Raptidon.
Oh boy. I don't think I'm ready for another bar crawl, Cap.
I don't want to. Annie.
If you've come to end my... Yes. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the nature of the work I'm doing here. Suffice... My research may not quite fall within legal parameters. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits.
Captain's got your best interest.
I suppose it can't hurt if I... We were tasked. One cannot exaggerate. While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive... Not just any diet. Oh, I'm certain it could be made into that. Let's focus for a moment, shall we? Nice, is it not? Came up with that myself. Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontent. If those cretins get their hands on my research... Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. The research is... The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. My protege. Don't you think it... If he has died... I'll think... If my colleague... And my...
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Jameson. He's got to be all alone and scared.
Looks like a great spot for an ambush.
Nice one!
Nice and easy.
We're pretty good at this!
Let's take bets on what shuts him up first. A hungry rat or my backhand?
What? I care about the front door. Ugh, can't use the centrifuge with... It's like he thinks I'm a child.
Clever.
Let's hit.
up.
You're fast. Here we go, got another fighting me. Real slick.
What'd you find?